everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica and this is the Fields Full House. So today I'm excited to talk to you guys about homeschooling fails. Kind of sounds terrible to be excited about that, huh? But I'll get to my point in a minute. But first I want to share that this video is a part of a collaboration with Joy Cherick. So be sure to check out her channel and the playlist that I will put in the description box below. There are a ton of other homeschooling mamas that are joining this as well. I will have a picture here of all the homeschooling mamas that will be participating in this collab. So be sure to check it out because it's going to be tons of fun. Okay, so first, if y'all are new here, hello and welcome. I am so excited to have you. I am Jessica and I am the mother to 9 children, soon to be 10. I am 26 weeks along with our 10th baby. And we have 6 schoolers this year. Yes, it's a lot. And it's as crazy as you would imagine it to be. Honestly, each year is just, it just gets crazier and crazier. That's all I got. Okay, so why am I so excited to talk about failure? Because I don't look at failure as a bad thing. I think failure just kind of has this like, we failed. But it doesn't have to be a bad thing. When we fail at something, we have 2 options. We can either learn from it or we can sit and wallow in self-pity almost, like, this didn't work out, oh, woe was me type attitude. But if we stop ourselves and say, okay, what went wrong? What didn't work? Let's take this and learn from it. And when we do that, I call you a huge success and not a failure at all. Okay, homeschooling is a lot like that. It can take some time, especially in the first couple of years, to learn your style, your approach, and because sometimes we think that we, resonate with a certain method or something, but it just may not work for your family. And all that is okay. As long as we are learning from it, it is all okay. Okay, so like I said, we have our 6th schooler this year. We have been homeschooling for 8-9 years now, if you're counting pre-K in that. We have been through a lot of curriculum, a lot of things. There's been a lot going on. So our biggest fails that I would have to say is whenever I tried to stick with a curriculum that was not working. Because curriculum can be very expensive and we could, it takes a lot of investment and time to pick out the right curriculum, and whenever it doesn't work out, it is just very, very disappointing. And I would say this was actually several years ago. We had this curriculum and it just was not jiving. I wasn't excited about it and the kids weren't excited about it. And if mom isn't excited, typically that leaks over to the kids as well. But I kept pushing this thing. I was like, we are going to do this. I spent all this money. We are going to finish this curriculum. And I really look back on that year with a whole lot of regret. And I honestly probably stuck with it more so because of the money that I spent than any other reason, which is really sad. But when you're budgeting to homeschool, a large family, money is a huge factor, let's face it. So anyways, I really was not happy with that homeschool year. So I was already planning, we weren't even halfway through the school year, and I was planning what I was going to do different the following year. I should have just done it. I should have just dropped the books and not been afraid of starting over, technically, and just do what I was planning for, because I was so excited for that next school year. And I remember just all the planning that I was doing for the next school year, all the work that I was putting into it, and the excitement that I had, and even that the kids had. We're going to learn about this next year? I'm like, yeah, next year. Why didn't I just do it that year? So anyways, I decided, so that's a big regret that I do have, is I should have just set down that curriculum. What I ended up changing to is kind of what we still do, and it works really well for us, is unit studies. The set curriculum, while we had done it the year before, it worked beautifully. It just didn't work the following year. I don't really want to mention what it was because it might work for other families. It just didn't work good for us. It just didn't work. So what I did was I sat all the kids down and I said, what do you want to learn about? Now they were younger. I didn't have middle schoolers then. And they told me, like, we picked out, I think each kid picked out a topic. And I remember specifically one being tigers, one being dolphins, presidents, and I want to say weather. Okay, so I created a unit study for all 4 of those. I think I purchased 1 or 2 unit studies, and then I kind of did like my own thing for some. and had an art project and a kitchen project and a field trip for each one, and we thrived and we loved every second of it. And since then is pretty much what I have been doing. Now, we learn about different presidents every single year. Not really like a set thing. Like, I just kind of pick a few each year that we're going to learn about. And then the unit study, like this year we're doing space. So in changing to unit study approach is kind of what has helped my homeschool each year from that point on. Okay, so my next failure that I would mention would be comparing myself to other homeschool moms and trying to be something that I'm not. We see a homeschool mom who has the perfect planner and everything written down, knows exactly what day they're going to start, exactly what day that they're going to end, and all of that looks beautiful. That's not me. And for a long time, I looked at that and felt like I wasn't worthy enough. I'm not a good homeschool mom because I'm not good at planning. I'm not good at writing it down. But in truth, it just doesn't work for me because that's not who I am. And me going against who I am and trying to be something that I'm not is only detrimental to me and our family, let alone our homeschool. I have tried for many years to sit down and I got a planner and write everything out because I'm like, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to plan and I'm going to know everything that we're doing. It just doesn't work. It does not work for me at all. She's agreeing with me, huh? Thank you, baby. And instead of sitting there and wallowing and, trying to create something that's not there, that's not going to happen, I have learned to embrace who I am. Yes, baby. Thank you so much. They're bringing me sweet flowers. Thank you, Harper. So I have just learned to embrace who I am. Do I have a beautiful planner? Do I have everything written out? No. But we get our work done, and that's what's important. Another thing, as important as it is for a curriculum to work for a family and for a mom to be able to embrace who she is and being a homeschool mom, it is important of what we are putting in front of our kids. If a set curriculum or a set style of homeschooling is not working for the child, we need to recognize that and move on, even if we spent money on it, even if we spent all this time, even if it looks beautiful and it should work, we need to adjust things to our child in the way that they are learning. I have had to do that a number of times, and whether it was in the middle of our homeschool year or at the beginning or whatever, it doesn't matter. I will adjust it as needed. I have learned a lot. I mean, this is more in the beginning of my homeschooling. Like, I have learned, okay, you're more visual. I think that this curriculum would work better for you, and so on and so forth. But don't be afraid to change things and to rework it if it's not working for a child. Nope. Okay, sorry. We have a lot of interruptions around here. Drew's fine. He's just screaming because he wants something. Okay, that is my encouragement whenever we may face those homeschool fails. It happens to the best of us, even those homeschool moms who have it all together, I promise. So like I said, this is a part of a collaboration with Joy Cherick. So be sure to check out her channel and the playlist, and all that information will be in the description box below. And I really hope that this blessed you. And if y'all have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below as well. And I hope that y'all have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye.